It's time.
No fear.
No fear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
I'm tired of my people being dehumanized.
What do you mean, you people?
And when I say my people, I don't just mean my fellow Mexicanos out here. I mean black people who are being brutalized by the police. I mean black and brown people across the world who are all facing climate disasters at a much higher rate and who are suffering the consequences of it. They want us isolated, they want us afraid, they want us without community, they want us not knowing that we're so aligned together.
They don't want me to buy my baby a brand new Range Rover autobiography with red guts, with 0 miles. So I did. They don't want you to swim. They don't want you to have lunch by the pool. So I'm gonna swim and have lunch by the pool.
Turn me up, Pete.
Congratulations, Skeeter.
Heavy. I'ma come through, start some heavy. Niggas won't talk on the internet, but when they see me, they don't want to step.
This great nation was conceived with the premise that we are all created equal, endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I love this country and will always fight for it. This is the land where I met the love of my life, where the light of our existence, our children, took their first breath, and where they now flourish. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. These are the values I believe in. And I do not forget my origins. I will never deny my Mexicanos. And the United States is not demanding it. On the contrary, it welcomes, or it used to welcome, all of us who become citizens today to enrich this country with our cultures and diversity. This is a milestone in my life, the day I became a citizen of the United States of America. Always thankful to God, everything I have is thanks to Him. And this is where I end my own quote, and I have to tell you that I still believe in this. The United States is not a government of her people. The real purpose of a government is to organize and serve that people, not to serve a convicted rapist, con artist, racist, megalomaniac.
It says stand
We,
for
the people,
no
determine our
union is
future.
illegal. Keep
Not a
families
tyrant,
together.
it's goods. And we, the people of the United States, welcome the tired, the poor, the huddled masses yearning to break free. And it's always undeniable.
Actually,
Undeniable that this
it's,
country, our country, the United States of
the
America,
opposite.
was founded on the cornerstone of migration.
Yeah.
An argument that unfortunately has become a
I'm gonna
cliche,
call you right back.
but that today should resonate
it's two.
especially in the ears of those who think this land is only for the white heterosexual males, for they're all wrong. They're telling us who can come to this country and who doesn't. Perhaps the only ones who could question the arrival of the Mayflower in 1620 to this place on earth were the original peoples of this continent, the indigenous peoples of the United States, for the land was taken, just as they took half of the territory of the newly formed United Mexican States in 1848, and just as they brought in shackles the stolen sons and daughters of Africa. And now, they want to tell us that this place is only for the white heterosexual males. They have it all wrong. Undeniable are the evil deeds that have happened in this land, but undeniable as well are the main principles of this great nation, that we are all created equal, endowed by our Creator with unalienable rights, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. For all, damn it. For you. For all. Nowhere in the Constitution today does it say that these rights are only for white heterosexual males. I want today to make an appeal to our fellow Americans that for whatever reason, took a job as ICE agents. I want to appeal to them to simply comply with what they swore when they became ICE officers, to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. ICE agents, you do not want to be the tools of a despotic and fascist regime. ICE agents, be aware that you are violating the Constitution when you snatch and deport people without due process, when you arrest people at immigration hearings, when you target political activists, when you arrest individuals at courthouses like the one we have in front of our eyes.
You got it right, Antonio.
Just following orders is not a defense. ICE agents remember what the world learned at Nuremberg. Just following orders is not a defense. When those orders violate basic human rights, after the horrors of World War II, Nazi officials stood trial and tried to excuse their actions by claiming they were only obeying superiors. But the tribunal made it clear, moral responsibility cannot be outsourced. When the law is twisted to justify cruelty, each of us still has a duty to say no. The Nuremberg principles affirm a simple truth. Conscience is not optional, and authority does not absolve us from humanity. That legacy calls us to resist injustice, no matter who signs the order. History is watching. History won't forget. History won't forgive. Who will you answer? To a president or to the United States and her people? Agree.
Thank you. If we could give it up again for Antonio. I want to introduce myself. My name's Erica. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a leader with Sunrise Movement Kansas City, who's a youth-led climate organization. We're fighting for climate justice. And to us, climate justice means affordable and accessible public transit. It means having billionaires and polluters held accountable. It means having immigrant rights in our city, alongside a whole host of other things. And I'll say, I'm tired of my people being dehumanized. And when I say my people, I don't just mean my fellow Mexicanos out here. I mean Black people who are being brutalized by the police. It's almost the 5-year anniversary to the day of George Floyd's murder. I mean Palestinian children who are being murdered and starved every single day. I mean Black and brown people across the world who are all facing climate disasters at a much higher rate and who are suffering the consequences of it. The same people who continue to dehumanize Black and brown and working class people are the same people who continue to strip away our rights. They're the same people who continue to detain people without due process. They're the same people who are choosing to cut Medicaid while giving $500,000 tax cuts to people who already make multiple millions of dollars a year. These people, you probably caught on, I'm talking about billionaires, I'm talking about corporate decision makers, politicians who are bought out by greedy money. These same people are the people who want to build a mega data campus here in Kansas City, threatening our clean air and our clean water. They're the same people who want to raise our utility bills, even though they're funded by dirty fossil fuels that are killing our future. But the truth is, I know that Trump, that Elon, that these other fascists are scared. And the reason they're scared is because they know the power that we have when we come together. The mass attacks on education, on public transit, on freedom to express your gender authentically, on freedom to be able to have autonomy over your own body, these are all interconnected, they're all intertwined. They want us isolated, they want us afraid, they want us without community, they want us not knowing that we're so aligned together. but generations before have shown us and have stood up to these oppressive forces. They have won. And I know that we're stronger together, and that when we use our voices and come together, repression will shrink. We're at a pivotal moment in history right now, and we can win. The thing is, it's going to take us all. It's going to take the global majority standing up to these billionaires. It's going to take workers. It's going to take young people. It's going to take students. It's going to take everyone coming together to build a world beyond white supremacy and capitalism. And I'm a leader with Sunrise Movement Kansas City because I know that is possible. I know that in the next few years, we can get mass non-cooperation, thousands of people in the streets. I know it is possible. And if you believe it's possible, I need more energy than that. Full stop. We are going no business as usual. We are setting up strikes. We are walking out of school. We are not showing up to work. We are not paying our bills. We are going to strike. No human is illegal. No human belongs in a cage. Immigrant rights fit into all of this. Every person here, every person not here, deserves affordable housing, affordable food, Medicaid, all of these things, and they deserve the opportunity to also stay with their family. I know that in coming together, even in this space right here, we alone are not going to win. We need every person in your life to show up. We need every person who's not in your life to show up. All of our struggles are interconnected, and so it doesn't matter if you're working on affordable housing, or healthcare, or climate, or immigrant rights, or advocating for Palestinians to not be killed just because they're living. It's all interconnected. And so my ask is that every person here decides to take it upon themselves to leave this rally and take on more action. Raise your hands if you ever left a rally and you're like, oh, that was cool, I guess. I have no idea what to do now. Yeah, I've been there. I left a rally. I was like, okay, I guess we just chanted. That's cool. And it's a good starting point, but what we need is to come together, to write agendas, to make social media posts, to come and plan disruptions. It takes us all, in person, online, no matter what you can give. And so my ask is that we all come together to stand up for immigrants and to stand up for our collective liberation, which is intertwined. And so, if you're down to do that, I need to get a big hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
The people united will never be defeated.
Hey,
The people
hey,
united
hey,
will never be
hey,
defeated. The people united will never be defeated.
Hey.
El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
Sí,
El
no.
pueblo unido
Yeah.
jamás será
Yeah.
vencido. El pueblo.
Thank you.
Let's make that a song.
For being here in solidarity. Give shout out. Now we have Mallory.
Mallory, can you talk louder? What you have to say is so important.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, perfect.
I appreciate that honestly though, because I'm used to speaking quietly. That's kind of the whole point of doing this, is to use my voice. Now is the time. It's scary to put yourself out there, but it's so important. Like, these are people we know and love, and they deserve more than this. Everyone do their own processing. I mean, we try ourselves being sissy.
That's it.
We are being bullied by entities of the government. I can't keep making excuses for not being able. Yeah, it's time. Yeah, and I wanted to take some of the shame out of it, and say, like, it's never too late to start speaking up and doing better. I haven't been perfect. I don't know everything about politics. There's a lot of gray areas but I know right from wrong. So this is a point where it's bigger than that. We have to call each other out when we say things out of line. When just little things in passive conversation, this is how all of it builds up, is not holding each other accountable and taking a step back from everything we hear in the news, everything we're inundated with, and just say, is this my friend? Like, are they a good person? Have they worked so hard for everything? It's common sense. It's not anything else. It's just at a human level. They deserve better. We deserve better. And I don't know where to go from there, but it's... You're doing great, Valerie. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I just encourage you all to keep taking the scary steps of putting yourself out there and speaking more and being more vulnerable with the people that we're surrounded with. Because if we don't, this is just going to keep getting worse. It's going to get to the point, like, history repeats itself. We've seen how this goes when you target one group of people and villainize them.
Right, we can't stay silent. Don't stay silent.
I have so much more I could say, but I feel like I'm rambling. So, thank you for listening and thank you for being here today. This is important.
I want to make sure everyone's been mentioned and try to pass it on to Carla. The really important thing about today is to get involved. We have to get involved. We have to organize. We all saw what happened over the weekend. And we were not able to respond because I think this amazing work that we're all doing in our own little silos, when we don't come together, then we have these people come to our town, to a city, and try to spread the propaganda, right? And it's all part of this, right? It's everything that's going on with the government and people feeling more empowered to show up and say fascist stuff. So get involved. I have QR codes with the call to action, but Carla's gonna lead us into a call to action. And there's also QR code on the table back there if you want to scan it. There's ways to get involved.
Hi everybody, can you hear me okay? Okay. For those who don't know me, I'm Becca Juarez. Before I leave you into the call to action, because yes, like Erika said earlier, how many of us attend a rally and then don't do anything after? Rallies, protests, public demonstrations are very important, but it's also important that we do the work. Yes. Louder? Yes. Let's go. That we do the work. So I want to talk a little bit more again of what's happening. We're here, we're out here today to protest the growing injustice in our immigration system that's existed for years. For years. I don't know how many times I've talked to people that are surprised of what's happening now. It's been happening, right?
the injustices have been happening. In the United States, due process is not a privilege, it's a right.
That's right.
Can you repeat that with me? Due process is a right. It ensures that every individual, regardless of status, is given a fair opportunity to be heard. But when immigration courts dismiss cases without notice, legal representation, or a chance for people to present their case, that right is eroded, and that's what's happening right now. That is not okay. These dismissals are life-altering. They can separate families and deport individuals to dangerous conditions in their home country and silence those who seek refuge and asylum. We must demand accountability. I think today is step one to demanding accountability. We must insist that immigration courts uphold the Constitution, honor human dignity, and respect due process because it is a right, not a privilege. Can you repeat that with me? It is a right, not a privilege.
Share it loud.
We demand that our immigration system starts respecting the due process rights of every person who stands before them. Before this court, every single person, regardless of where they come from. Because justice could not exist without fairness, and fairness begins with a fair hearing. Now, it wouldn't be us if we didn't call everybody to action. So in the back or in the front of your chat list, there's a QR code. If you could sign up, scan that QR code, sign up, get on our list if you want to do something about it. So not just talk about it, do something.
All right.
Okay? Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support that we have seen across all of our communities. Thank you for standing against this injustice that's been happening, but it's happening a lot more. Now please scan your QR code if you're not already part of AIR's group, part of AIR's universe, what we call, and take action with us, and take action with all the wonderful organizations who stood up here with us today. Thanks.
Okay, again, that QR code, and we have some others. There's a couple other calls to action on those sheets. One thing that the Department of Homeland Security is trying to do is raise USCIS fees again. They just did that last year. They're trying to raise them again, specifically for asylum. Currently, to petition for asylum, it's free. It is an international right to seek refuge. This country, this government, this administration is trying to make that even more difficult than it's already been done in the past 4 or 5 years. They are trying to charge up to $1,000 for asylum seekers. Let me remind you, they have a 1-year deadline. They have to come up with legal representation and with $1,000 1 year after being released from detention to apply for asylum. That ain't right. There's another petition by the American Immigrant Lawyers Association on there to prevent the USCIS hikes. And there's another ask. We also have our emergency fund. If folks that are familiar with AIR, we have an emergency fund that we can use if families are affected by detentions and deportations and they need assistance. And so any assistance to that fund will be amazing. And we have one event.
We're about to go up here.
My boots on the ground this weekend. It is Saturday.
You just gotta share it live, share it live, share it live.
1 to 4 at the second Presbyterian Church in Brookside. Okay? Boots on the ground is also doing really good work, organizing. So they have a volunteer fair. Come up, be there. Alright. We've got a little time.
I actually checked that.
Hold on.
No fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no
Ice in our state.
no fear, no hate,
No ice in our state.
no fear, no hate, no ice in our state. No fear, no hate, no
Ice in our state.
Say it loud, say it clear. Ice, you're not welcome here. Say it
Loud, say it clear. Ice, you're not welcome here.
Say it loud, say it clear. Ice,
You're not welcome here. Say it loud, say it clear. Ice, you're not welcome here.
say it loud, say it clear.
Ice, you're not welcome here.
Say it loud, say it
Clear. Ice, you're not welcome here.
Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ice.
Say it once, say it twice. We will not put up with ice.
Say it once, say it twice. We will not
Put up with ice.
Say it once,
Say it twice. We will not put up with ice.
say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ice.
Say it once, say it twice.
We will not put up with ice.
Families, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here.
Family, something, something here, something
Neighbors, welcome
here.
here. Families, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here. Families, children, do not fear. We are neighbors. Welcome here.
Yeah. How do I get one of those papers? With the barcode? Over there? Okay, I will when I leave. Let's get that. No fear. Share the live, share the live, share the live. No hate, no fear. Immigrants are welcome here. Share the live, share the live, share the live.
Immigrants are welcome here. No hate, no fear.
Immigrants are welcome here.
Folks, I wanted to get your attention really quick too. Something I forgot to mention. This is a public court. You can come in and watch. It should be here like Monday to Friday during the day. That's what we're here at this time. Hopefully they're leaving and seeing us.
All right, man, we got to get up out of here.
If you didn't know where
All right. Oh, you got one, okay. All right, appreciate y'all. Hey, make sure y'all go ahead and, hold on. Scan the barcode to support. Hold on. Make sure y'all scan that QR code right there. So we got this one. And then, hold on. And then we got that one right there. Well, all right, y'all, we out. Tune in TV, tune in audits. Again, make sure y'all scan that barcode if y'all want to support. If you really break it down, we all illegals. You know what I'm saying? We all on foreign land. This is Native American land. So technically, black folks ain't supposed to be here. White folks, Chinese. Oh, stop. Action. Like, share, subscribe. Click that post notification bell so you can stay tapped tuned.
Turn me up, Pete.
Congratulations, Skeeter.
Heavy. saw some heavy.